Hi, today is October 10th, 2013, and I'm making this video in part because of something my father told me. He said to me, strive for progress, don't strive for perfection. If we try to have perfection, we can become downhearted because perfection's pretty hard to attain. But if we strive for progress, we can feel good about the progress we make in a particular thing. So today, in a shop technique involving French country legs, we're working on a project. We made some progress in our technique. So this French country leg, it has the table has a Bubinga top with ebony inlays and some little dots, and the base is black lacquered in the French country style. So the technique or the shop process for making these cabriole legs or Queen Anne legs or French country legs has been similar down through the ages. The French came up with a good way, but we've made a little progress on how we go about it. But to get you familiar with it, we start with a template. So we make a template and we fair it in so it's got nice smooth curves. We take our blank, and before we do any cutting on it, we mortise for the rails. So the mortises are made, well, it's a nice square blank and easy to measure and mortise precisely. So the mortising is done. We take the template, we trace it onto the leg, and then we bandsaw the leg out. So here it is, bandsawed out. The leg's bandsawed in 2D right now. It's still got two flat sides. Where the progress we've made is at this stage, normally we would continue on, but we're not. Here we sanded and faired in this curve while we had two flat surfaces to work from. And what that meant was then we could follow the template very closely because we could still see the line. So the leg becomes very accurate in 2D. So then what you do is you take this and you put the pieces back on the blank. You take some shim stock that's cut from a shoebox, and you tape the leg back together. Now the leg is all taped back together, so it's a square blank again. You turn it, mark it with your template again, and then you're able to go back to the bandsaw. And the famous sculptor Michelangelo, he says when someone was looking at his statue of David, how did he get this statue out of this huge big white marble blank? And what Michelangelo said, he just removes the unnecessary bits and removes what he didn't need, and what is left is David the statue. So if you can, I encourage you to go see that. It's a wonderful statue. But here in our French country legs, and particularly today, we're striving to make a little progress. So the leg was bandsawed and then sanded. That's the progress. We turn it 90 degrees, the next axis, mark it again, and bandsaw it again. And what's left now is a leg that when we remove the unnecessary bits, the leg comes out. But it's been sanded again with these parts taped on so that it was square. So this time when it was sanded, you can see how hard it'd be to sand now because it would rock and roll all over the place. It's hard to sand. But because we left the pieces taped on and did most of the sanding, you can see now that it's a quite nicely faired in leg for just coming off. So our legs then are able to go to the tabletop, to the bottom of it here, and then the rails mortise in here, an end rail and a face rail, front rail, and that makes for a nice sturdy base. But because of this progress that we've made in our shop technique, the legs are more consistent, the fairing in is better, it's stayed true to the original faces. These shapes have stayed true perpendicular to these, and so what we end up with is a more precise and easier to produce and a good looking leg, and who doesn't like good looking legs? Thank you.